Meantime, parliamentarians pushing through financial legislation during House proceedings today. The idea to enhance transparency in the financial services industry, as Fern Carey tells us tonight.
Minister of Finance, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Peter Turnquest, led off debate during House of Assembly proceedings Wednesday on a bill for an act to amend the Register of Beneficial Ownership Act. He noted that the bill addresses major recommendations from the Financial Action Task Force and ensures that no one can hide their identity to the use of a Bahamian company.
There was consultation and consensus on the provisions of the bill with our key financial services stakeholders, including the Association of International Banks and Trust Companies, the Bahamas Financial Services Board, and the Securities Commission as Inspector of Financial and Corporate Service Providers under the FCSP Act. There is unanimous agreement that the bill, once passed, will bolster our efforts to be removed from the FATF's ICRG process.
The legislation is also expected to mitigate against the Bahamas being blacklisted in the future.
Removal from the FATF's list has been cited by the EU as a requirement for them to not include the Bahamas in the impending EU AML CFT list of third countries. So as members of this House will agree, the implications of this bill for the Bahamas are far-reaching, and the implementation of the measures proposed vital to safeguarding the integrity of the financial sector and the reputation of the jurisdiction. And while I know that some may feel that the House is dominated by financial services bills, the reality is in this fast-moving and ever-changing environment, the need for legislative adjustments and tweaking are just as onerous and just as fast and rapidly coming.
Minister Turnquest noted that the amendments will help to safeguard the financial services sector while also sustaining the country's middle class.
To amend the definition of the legal entity to specifically include segregated account companies and non-profit companies not limited by shares, to insert the definition of a segregated account and a segregated account company. In Section 5, to add the directors of non-profit companies not limited by shares and partners of exempt limited liability partnerships or limited liability partnerships to the category of persons who are considered beneficial owners whose identities must be disclosed for the purposes of the Act, to provide that the beneficial owner's identity information pertaining to all beneficial owners of legal entities to which the Act applies to be notified to the company's registered agent, or if the entity has no registered agent, to the Registrar General.
Now, following debate on a bill for an act to amend the Register of Beneficial Ownership Act, it was read a third time and passed. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.